Hey, what's going on, Pixar fans? Dan Taylor from danthepixarfan.com here, and today's video is for all my fellow Toy Story collectors out there. This is something that I got clear back last May, actually, and it's been something that I've been so excited to share here ever since, but it just kept on getting pushed back. Here we have the definitive, the best, most movie accurate, at least from what I've seen, full-scale replica of Mr. Shark from Toy Story. This custom is by the crazy talented Toy Story QC, who hails from Canada. Definitely check out his work on Instagram and give him some love as well as a follow. He's one of the best Toy Story custom creators out there, hands down, and was really kind to work with as well. If you're interested in any of his customs, just go ahead and shoot him a DM, and he'll get back to you right away with availability and pricing. Speaking of price, I know that's probably one of the first things you're wondering about here. How much did I pay for this custom Mr. Shark? Well, he's not cheap, guys, that's for sure. I paid $280 after all was said and done. That amount includes the asking price plus other fees like conversion fees and shipping from Canada, of course. What you pay might look a little different. That's what I paid though, and I don't regret it. It was a steep price to commit to at the time, no doubt, but finally having an almost perfect, movie-accurate Mr. Shark in my collection after over 25 years was worth every penny. Even if Disney finally decided to produce a Mr. Shark toy all these years later, which is pretty unlikely at this point, I'm not sure that it would even look as good as this. More often than not these days, the fans creating custom Toy Story toys are throwing in way more attention to detail to get the characters right than even the actual toy companies out there. Again, to me, this Mr. Shark is pretty definitive. I mean, just look at this. It's pretty spot on. The mold, the sculpt, looks like it was basically taken right out of the movie for the most part. I love the way that the paint fades from blue to white in the front and underneath. The color blue seems more or less accurate. Overall, the paint is very clean, very professional. In the movie, his red gills seem to be a little smaller and skinnier and closer to the mouth. There should be a little bit more white paint around the mouth area. The gills should be more in the white area, if that makes sense, if you really compare them to an image from Toy Story. But, I mean, come on, this thing is really as close as they come. Also, I honestly maybe would have liked to see the mouth opened a little wider like it is in the movie, but that's not really a negative, just a preference. I feel like either way this could be considered screen accurate depending if you're thinking in terms of toy mode or not. In the mouth looks awesome. We got the squeaker whistle in the back there, which is totally film accurate. The teeth are pretty sharp for what they are and are molded perfectly. In the film, however, there does seem to be more teeth, but what this one has is more than okay. The eyes look really good. He even has those little nostril indents. It's all so well done. Mr. Shark in Toy Story is a very unique shark toy with a very unique look and shape, unlike any shark toy out there that I've seen in the real world. The character was designed just for the movie, so it's not like you can just go out and buy a rubber shark toy like this and have it be anything close to movie accurate. What impresses me about this sculpt is just how seemingly accurate the whole body is, despite very little to go off of in terms of references, especially for his back half. He's never seen out of the toy chest in the movies. Well, he's seen in what looks to be Andy's trash bin during Andy's playtime in Toy Story 2, but what I mean is that you never technically see his full body, not even in any reference guides from what I know. His head's always just sticking out of something. It's interesting, he's one of the very first toys that we meet once Andy leaves the room in the original film, yet Mr. Shark only has one line, the classic, "Look, I'm Woody, howdy, howdy, howdy" line. Totally iconic. He has a combined screen time of just 33.73 seconds across all the movies, yes, I timed it exactly, and is only mentioned by name once by Wheezy when Wheezy says that Mr. Shark found him an extra squeaker. He's not even seen once in Toy Story 3 or 4, but he is seen in several of the tiny ABC Toy Story Treat snippets, if you remember those, where he and the toys are telling toy horror stories, like toys running out of batteries. So yeah, anyway, it's interesting. Everyone seems to remember Mr. Shark. He seems to make a pretty lasting impression, even though he has such a tiny role and such little screen time. He's always been a must-have for me ever since I saw the film. I've wanted a full-scale Mr. Shark toy for what seems to be forever, as it is for a lot of you guys, I'm sure, so this has been a long time coming. I honestly have no idea why Disney just won't release a Mr. Shark toy like this. It would be a hit if he and Wheezy, while we're at it, were sold in, say, Toy Story Land, for example. Especially since rubber squeak toys are like the cheapest and easiest things ever to produce. I just don't get it. Now, the only officially licensed toys out there of Mr. Shark that have been made that I'm aware of are Mattel's Toy Story Buddy Pack figure from 2010, Mattel's Toy Story Mini from last year, both of which I have, and then this 2002 Hasbro Toy Story and Beyond figure pack that I don't have that comes with Woody and Mr. Shark, who they call Squirtin' Sharky. And if it wasn't obvious, all these Mr. Shark figures are very small scale, not even close to movie accurate size. Okay, now as far as measurements, this Mr. Shark replica seems to be a very film-accurate size. When making this replica, I would think it would have to be an educated guess looking at how he compares next to Woody in the film, since there aren't any official measurements out there of what the toy would be in the film, but this seems good to me. This shark measures 12.5 inches long from nose to tail, roughly 6.5 inches wide from fin to fin, and just under 5 inches tall to the top of his dorsal fin. And lastly, the final thing that makes this replica the best custom Mr. Shark out there is that he's a movie-accurate, soft yet quality rubber material, professional grade. And yes, he squeaks. This is a legit rubber squeak toy, guys. Have a listen. Now this might sound a little different than it does in the film. In the film it seems to be a slightly higher pitched squeak, but I don't hold that against this toy at all. I'm no custom toy creator, but I imagine that it would be extremely difficult to get this to have the exact squeak sound that he has in the movie. But again, like everything here with this replica, it's incredibly close. I'm just so happy that this is a legit rubber squeak toy at all, since most replicas out there of Mr. Shark aren't. And yes, of course, you can totally put Woody's hat on him just like in the film. This is my original 1995 Thinkway Woody hat, but it would work with any though, including the Signature Collection, as they're all around the same size. But yeah, how great does this look? This is a perfect way to display Mr. Shark on your shelf if you want, if you have a spare Woody hat not in use. Now, of course, here's Mr. Shark with my Thinkway Signature Collection Cloud Pattern Woody from 2009 for a size comparison. And again, I think this looks pretty dang legit. So fantastic. Let me know what you think though. Well, everyone, that is my review of this incredible Toy Story Mr. Shark full-scale custom replica by the great Toy Story QC. A huge thanks again to him, and it does not disappoint. I absolutely adore how it looks on my Toy Story shelf in my Pixar home office. I don't take buying Toy Story customs lightly. I only have a handful, and I only get them if I feel they are truly professionally done and the quality of a legit toy company, and this definitely fits the bill for sure. You would never know that this was a custom toy. It looks and feels quality because it is. Man, what fans are able to do these days is just incredible and so beyond me. Again, let me know your thoughts though. Is this the best custom Toy Story Mr. Shark replica out there, or do you have another in mind that might be even better? Let me know. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, so let's get those conversations started below. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Pixar toy reviews from my personal collection, and I will see you all in my next video.